Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What's going on?
What's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Yesterday, I think I talked to Veronica. Is that the right name? I can't
In
remember.
records?
There's someone here at this counter. She's working this counter yesterday afternoon.
Oh, we don't have anyone named.
I'll go back and look at her name. Anyway, I need something really simple, and I needed it yesterday. She promised she was going to email it to me, and I didn't get anything.
What was it about?
I need to know the names of everyone who had the title of Los Gatos Police Detective for the last year.
Okay.
I need it for all of 2025 and 2024
Okay.
because I have a court file and it says just that it was a Los Gatos Police Detective, so I need to narrow it down. That's a really simple thing. So either there's a roster with the records that have the title, but I need to get that, and I need to get it right now because I've already waited 24 hours and I don't want to do that.
Makes sense. Let me see who you were talking to, and then we can get the ball rolling on that and see if we can get that request filled today, okay?
Well, no, I'm going to wait for it because I need it for what I'm doing today.
Oh, I see. Okay, give
So,
me 1 second.
okay.
What's your name?
My name's Susan Bassey.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
This is Susan Bassey, and this week we took on the issue of public records and the distinction between getting public records in the form of a production, which requires a number of days, months, or years to obtain, or getting access to records, inspecting them, and copying what you need. And here, we need access to records to determine how many police detectives were working in Los Gatos so that we can conduct our investigation of a domestic violence and family court case that went before a private judge.
Hi. I think I got your name wrong. What is your name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Sorry, I said it wrong. I said it was Veronica.
Oh, no worries. So I actually gave the list the notes that I wrote down
Right.
to the captain. They were sent over to the town side. So they were instructed me to let you know just to go over to the town side. It was entered as a PRA. I'm not sure where it went from there, but you would have to check over to the town clerk's office.
Okay. I also need to know who is on Tait Street assignment tonight and what time the barriers are going to be up and what time they're going to come down.
So you would have to check over with the town clerk.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Sorry, Evelyn, I'll get your name right next time.
This video is an example of the policies that an agency puts in place that result in what we know commonly as the runaround. Any member of the public should be able to walk into an agency and request access to records, not be bounced back and forth between different offices in that same agency. But that's the practice and the policies that have gone on in Los Gatos for a very long time, where they take years and months to produce records and then take even longer just to give us access to records. Here, I am simply looking for the names of the police detectives who were assigned in Los Gatos in the year 2024 and 2025. It's a small department, the list shouldn't be that long, and the town certainly should know who the detectives on their police force are.
But I do want you guys to understand that when you have me running around on the merry-go-round for records, the town is the custodian of the records. If you put them in different departments, it still doesn't alleviate the obligation to give me access to those records.
Right.
So
And I just wanted to apologize. We just don't have those records housed here, so I'm not able to produce them at this moment. So again, I would have to process that as a records request.
okay, I don't want to do that. So this is, again, the policy that the town keeps having. Yesterday, I went back and forth to the police department. I did forget my manners and forget to be, you were really great when I came in and asked for the information. You gave me the complaint information, and I am in the process of working on that. But I work on a lot of things at one time, and right now I need the names of those detectives. That's not rocket science. We've given that information to California Transparency. We've given the names everywhere else. We've paid these individuals. So maybe finance department, I don't know, but I need to know the names of the detectives that were titled as detectives in the last full year, so 24 and 2025.
So I do have to get those records from the police department and then figure out what that looks like. So at this moment, I don't have those.
So why does the police department not have that available for me to access when I walk in?
That I'm not sure.
Okay, we need to bump that up. I want to go all the way, the captain and the chief, if I have to. There is absolutely no excuse for the town, for the amount of money that we pay for our police department, for me to not know the titles of who is a detective. So I need this because it's in a court file and it's part of my investigation. And so you can't just keep sending me with this informal policy to go back and forth across the aisle, across the way, downstairs, upstairs. That closes at 1:00. I need to be able to walk into one agency and get the records. So how am I going to find out the names of the police detectives before this evening?
So that I'm not sure. I'm not able to produce that since I don't have those records here. Again, we're working with the police department to get those records, but I don't have them available at this moment.
Okay. Remind me of your name again. Jenna DeLong, right? Okay. DELONG.
Yes, ma'am.
I know I recognize it from emails. Okay. Jenna, we're going to have to do better. This is a policy. You guys are making policies that are contrary to the law. The law says people can walk in and get basic records. I'm not asking for you digging through emails, worrying about redacting. Nothing I'm asking for needs to be redacted. So if you've buried that information in records that need to be redacted, you're creating a lot of staff time, expense, and you're also delaying access to public records. And under the old government code 6200, that's actually a crime. People can't do that. You cannot work for the government and delay our access to records. So what do I do right now? How am I going to get that information?
So we do have your public records request already, and I am processing that. And then, so we do still have our obligation to go through those records to see what needs to be segregated. If there's, you asked
Okay.
for the roster.
That's really not how the access. And by the way, Kira, I looked up the new government code and I think it's 7920. So that says that I'm entitled to access to records. I'm not asking you for their pre-employment information. I'm just asking for who we gave the title to. We promoted somebody to detective and we're paying them a lot of money to be the big detectives for Los Gatos. I should know who those people are. So how do I get that information?
So we have your records.
No.
request.
Let's go back to the government code. The old code is 6253A, which says I have a right to access during normal business hours. And today I came in way ahead of 1:00. I need to know that name. I came yesterday and should have been able to get it. She told me she was going to email it to me yesterday and I still don't have it.
I am very sorry. I don't have those records.
Okay,
So
Jenna, I need to speak with your supervisor.
my supervisor's not here.
Who's your supervisor?
Wendy Wood is the
Who's her supervisor?
I believe the assistant town manager.
And who is that?
Katie Namora.
Is she here?
No, she is not.
Who is her supervisor?
Town manager.
And who is that?
Chris Constantine.
And is Chris here?
I don't believe so.
Okay, who is their supervisor?
Council.
Town attorney?
Town
Ga-
council.
Gabrielle Whalen?
No.
The town council that is not here until they have a meeting.
Right.
Okay. I need to talk to Gabrielle.
So I don't believe she's here at the moment.
So nobody's here that's in upper management.
Again, I'm sorry.
So do we see the problem? We're going to go over this. We're going to go over how much you guys are paid. Somebody already put that in my comments because they're looking it up. So you guys are paid not close to what those guys are paid. Most of them are making over $500,000 a year. I want a simple record. The people making $500,000 a year have literally created policies that are creating violations of the law and public policy. So I need that information today. I am leaving to go do coverage out on Tait Street today, and I need that information before. So how are we going to do that?
So you're looking, I just want to make sure you're looking for the information of the names of the detectives.
That's right.
24 to 25, and then who is assigned to Tait closure.
If you can't give me Tait closure, I'll figure it out when I'm out there. But I need to know the names of those detectives before I go out there tonight.
Just a moment.
Okay.
It would take over 2 hours, 2 trips, and all of these employees working to get me the information that was simply a request for the records of who had the title of police detective in the town of Los Gatos for the years 24 and 2025. And we continued to wait, and so we practiced with our photography, recording
Yay.
what was going on in that police department and town hall while we waited for several hours this morning just trying to get that information. And then, after being told no and that we couldn't get it and that it wasn't here, this is what we finally were able to get.
Oh, hi, buddy. I know. What's your name?
Her name is Puppy
Hi, puppy.
because she had boys that never gave her a name.
Oh, is that right?
She's 16.
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
Yep.
It really is. I have one that's 9, and she's still in really good health. Hi, sweet. Oh, you're so sweet.
So this is for this year, 25, and this is 24. So here's your list.
Just want to say I have a lot of faith in Officer Delgado, so I'm pleased to see her name on that list. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Since we are still processing your previous
That's fine. This is what I needed for today. So I do want to point out, Emma, you've done a great job. You handled me yesterday, and I forgot to really thank you for that, and so I apologize for that. I forgot my manners. But I do want to point out that getting the records that have no more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 police officers' names as detectives took me over 4 hours and 2 trips to get. So when the California public records law says we're entitled to access records, this is the reason I should be able to walk in and find these names, 7 names, and not have to take 2 trips and all these hours of my time. So
I do want to let you know that we did have to segregate some information, so that's not just a record that was readily available. That was housed in a different department, and let me pull up my government code.
well,
here.
then however we're
So-
curating that to make that more difficult, we need to look at doing that.
Yeah, 7922.525 of Government Code, Section B says any segregational portion of a record shall be available for a person requesting the record after deletion of the portions that are exempted by law. So I did have some availability to do that for you today. That's not necessarily going to always be the case.
I
So I
understand
do want
that.
to let you know.
I understand that. And Kira, you printed those out, didn't you?
No. Oh, these?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to tell you thank you, because that was just the government, the law didn't disappear. It just changed the government code. So the spirit and the public policy of someone being able to walk in and get the records. So that's what I tried to do yesterday from the police department. So you guys knew what to do. She had the code. She printed it up. You did the job. But yesterday's trip to the police department was wasted. So what I'm doing is looking for the root cause of these problems, and this is the police department, because they need to be trained that when someone walks in and asks for those records, that they have to figure out how to get them for somebody.
If you have any requests for records, just go ahead and come to this office right away.
Not the
We'll,
police anymore?
Right.
Okay.
So go ahead, come to this office, and then we'll put it through our system, do our regular process, and if we have them readily available, we'll provide those
That's
to
a
you. just as
perfect
we normally would.
solution.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Thank you. You know what? Today's Halloween, so that's a good solution for the end of the month.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Kira. Thank you. I'll look forward to the drop. Try to do it early so you can go home and get to trick-or-treating before 5. Bye. I always see those come at like 5:30, and I'm like, uh-oh, someone was working late. Appreciate you guys. Bye. Come on, sweetie. You're really out. We're really going.
And a common theme in Los Gatos is we all love our dogs and we all love Halloween. So stay tuned, because tonight we're coming to you live from Tait Street.